It's more now more important than ever to believe the evidence of your eyes, because whenever you hear people talking about the mainstream media, that doesn't exist anymore. The truth of the matter is that the media outlets are primarily owned by people who are Trump supporters.
I can neither confirm nor deny his allegations. Who can, actually? We definitely got to unpack. No shirt on, with the upper echelons sticking out, uploading commentary is diabolical. Good morning, Vietnam. Let's get to it.
Good morning, Vietnam!
It's more now more important than ever to believe the evidence of your eyes, because whenever you hear people talking about the mainstream media, that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Notice he said it's more about believing the evidence of your eyes. The evidence of our eyes shows this man laying in bed with his head on a pillow, with sunglasses, with no shirt on, talking political commentary. Now, listen, I'm not the one to tell you how to get your message across. No, I'm not here for that. But you gotta wonder, with everything you hear about the industry and all the subtle and, you know, little things they do to give you an actual look inside of, why would a man who has a political point of view to make it with his shirt off, laying in the bed with his head on a pillow with some big old sunglasses on? And it almost, I think it looks like it's black and white. I digress. Let's continue.
The truth of the matter is that the media outlets are primarily owned by people who are Trump supporters or Trump apologists. Look at what's happening to CBS. Look at all the people who buy media outlets. Look at who owns social media. Those are all Trump people. And what he has done successfully is use the power of governance, the FCC and the like, to threaten people.
Real fast. You got any proof of that? Who? What are you talking about? What people? It's a generic statement. Who are these people? Oh, you didn't think that question was going to come out? Of course it is. He said the people that deal with oh boy are the people buying up the stations, the media. His words, not mine. Who? What are their names? I'm pretty sure you got to know. You're not going to tell us?
Who say things he don't like. To 60 Minutes, they won't air certain things. People, reporters are not being able to ask questions. No one is able to hold them to account, which is the media's job. The media's job has always been to the whole pen is mightier than the sword, to say what you see. This notion that we have.
Really? Okay. I'm going to say what I see. I see a man who could be making a whole lot of sense, but's throwing the whole narrative off because he's in his bed, laying on his pillow with some big old sunglasses on and no shirt.
Independent media is not true. Who owns the media right now? When they talk about mainstream media, it does not exist. They own everything. They own television, they own radio, they own social media, and they all parrot back what he says.
Okay. So now it's they. They own. Well, here's the thing about when you say things like they own. Yes, it's a good statement to say. It keeps you in, how you say, plausible deniability. You didn't mention nobody per se, so you know you can't have no actual problems. But here's the issue with not just the whole outlook and the whole aesthetic. That was just, I don't know what that was about. How are we supposed to look out for said people if we don't know who they are? Make it make sense. Documentary logic broken down at a street level. Make it make sense. You want us to look out for something. Thank you. How can we look out for something if we don't know who the people are that we are instead supposed to be looking out for? If the mainstream media is being ran in which you just claimed it was, the whole debacle is just twisted up to fit a narrative, who are the people, in fact, pulling the strings we need to instead watch out for that's making the narrative happen? We have no idea. Even Candace Owens had to eventually come out and say who they were. So now, it's your turn, sir. You have to make it make sense, and you have to explain to us who they are so we know now who we should be looking out for. Exactly. Not just a broad statement anymore. And the only way that's going to happen, I'm sorry, is if you put some names and or businesses behind your statements and or your rhetoric. So now we know and have a clear understanding of who and what they are doing and how we should now be able to move around it. I'm wrong? Put in the comments. Talk to me nicely. Best believe I talk back. How is we going to figure anything out? It's like a chicken running around with his head cut off. Eventually it does what? Keel's over. It's done. You're not tired of running around like a chicken with your head cut off? Because as you can see, his aesthetic, laying up in the bed with no shirt on, little pendant chain, big old glasses, head on the pillow, black and white. What type of mood are you trying to set with that look? You did say pay attention to the look, right? We were just looking, were we not? What was that? Make that make sense, and then maybe you could be able to make sense to things that came out of his mouth after he said what he said, while we watched him say what he said, the way he was looking. With that, you already know what it is. It's your boy TW, uncensored and unfiltered. Documentary logic broken down at a street level. Don't ever play yourself. Uncensored New York TV.
Gun shot.
Bang, bang, you're dead.
Checkmate, motherfucker. Ah!